I woke up this morning and I did my hair and makeup and I turned to the mirror and I told myself that I have to make sure I look nice because people care what I look like and will notice how I look. But do they? I used to be like everyone else because I would wake up and tell myself that people will be watching and caring what I do. I realized that if I'm caring so much about what other people are caring about me, how do I even have the time to care about what they're doing? If everyone's like this, doesn't that mean no one's actually noticing me? We live in a society that we are told every day since we are young that people care about what we do. We are told try not to act weird and be normal because we will embarrass ourselves and people will judge us. Why did it become such a custom to go through this cycle every day to make sure that people like what we are doing, but in reality they don't have the time to even think about what we are doing? Why has it come to this? For example, in class, when we are going through speeches and presentations, it's hard for a student to sit there and listen to another student because they're too worried about their own speech. So why don't we just talk and do what we want to? For example, sociology. I had a presentation the other day. I got so worked up about what others would think about my presentation that I just sped right through it, and I could just talk super fast. I just wanted to get right through it. I didn't even know if they learned what I wanted them to learn or if they received the information I wanted them to receive. Because I was so worried that I was going to mess up, which in fact caused me to mess up. Caring about the way I was speaking caused me to jeopardize my own presentation because I was so worried about the audience, which in fact they were just listening long enough to fill out the audience log. When I was told we were allowed to do the last lecture on something we wanted the class to learn about, I didn't want to do another speech about who I was and my experience in high school. I decided I wanted to talk about what people should learn in high school. That lesson is that we're all just here to get through, and we should not care so much about what others are doing during that time. I wanted to talk about the negative effects about caring so much about what others think of us. When I first realized this was a problem in high school and our society was in fact my freshman year. A friend I had that year cared so much about what other people thought of him that he told himself that he didn't need to be here anymore. It got so bad that he tried to kill himself, but hopefully a friend of ours got to him before he died. What he told me once he was better was that only the important people cared about what you're doing, and those who don't care don't matter. Only a few of us realized what he was going through, and people's opinions he once chose to care so much about did not know what happened. What I learned from this is that people we think we need to impress don't matter, and those we don't need to impress will stick around through the hard times. What I want you to learn is that the next time you go and do something, don't worry about what others are thinking because they are too worried about themselves to notice. Now that we are leaving high school, we have the choice to care about what others think of us or to not care at all. The choice is yours. Remember, at the end of the day, it's just you and yourself, so who cares who you are friends with, who you went to prom with, and what you wore on this day? The only person that matters to you is you, so do what makes you happy.